Good Friday morning on this November 14th. Thank you for joining us. We're here each weekday at 8:30. Mitch and Casey along in a moment. We're tracking a few clouds out there currently. We do have some sun. We're a couple of hours, especially north of Interstate 64, where we're going to go mostly cloudy. And we'll take a look at Doppler radar. We've had a few sprinkles this morning. Got a little sprinkle down there in Sturgis. So we might have a 1/200 in the rain gauge, but most of these little light showers have been hovering north of Interstate 64. We've had some light showers in Pike County east, well, right up over Pike Central, kind of on Cato Road there and along Highway 56, and just east of Winslow, and then up towards Paoli, and then a few showers there from Tennyson, Selvin, right along Interstate 64, northern stretches there of Warwick County. And down into Crittenden County, they have a little light shower there. I think I widened the radar out. Well, I'll tighten it up and then we'll widen it out. But this is just primarily some light rain, and you got some light showers as you work east of Interstate 65. Louisville over to Cincinnati. And you got some snow showers out towards Pittsburgh, between Pittsburgh and Altoona, Pennsylvania. And had a little light snow shower up in Erie, Pennsylvania. Very quiet across all of our regional connections. I'll take these temperatures full. Now the warm temperature this morning, we're up to the north in Fairfield at 55. We have a 52 in Evansville. That's where those cloud layers were. And Greenville bottomed out at 37 this morning. So some of our cool spots were across western Kentucky where we hung on to the clear skies out there. Leslie Chapman at 14 News. Good morning to you. Cheyenne, good morning to you. Thanks for tuning in. And it will be breezy during the afternoon, but the higher winds will be picked up over the weekend. So once these last cloud decks clear, winds will tilt more southwesterly, but this is pretty typical for this time of the year. Now we highlighted generally we're going to be near record highs after that 37 for a high on Monday. Times 2 will be at 74 this afternoon. And we do have an uptick in clouds. We've got some cloud layers at 5 up to about 10,000 feet. It's just a very weak mid-level disturbance that's running through the atmosphere. There's enough tug on the atmosphere. I saw some lift in the clouds out there, but mainly yielding some sprinkles. Not a lot has changed as we go through November. Even towards the end of the month, which covers Thanksgiving, of course, out west, colder than average. And then across our area, most days are projected to be above normal. Within that, we can have some days that we drop a little underneath the average. Now, when we do this for a while, normally as we go into the next month, meteorological winter in December, we'll have a pattern change. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, back on Monday, we had 1/3 of an inch of snow. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. Here you see those clouds, really cool to look at. But the sun right now is winning out. And then as we go through lunch, at 1 o'clock, that's what Mitch would say, lunch overtime. 69 there, 73 there at 4 o'clock, and then into the 60s this evening. So winds out of the southwest, so giving that heat a break. Been using your heat with this cold temperatures we had, especially earlier in the week. Saturday, we'll have a cloud deck in here early, and could even see a few sprinkles, but it looks good for IU hosting Wisconsin. Missouri projected to stay undefeated up at Memorial Stadium. That's an 11 a.m. kick here our time, I believe. Notre Dame's in action, but they're in Pittsburgh. And then as we go hour by hour, this takes us up to 8 o'clock. Through 8 o'clock on Saturday, a few sprinkles will be possible during that time frame. And then Sunday will be the brighter of the weekend days. And then as we go through Sunday, this takes us into the afternoon, we'll have a fair amount of sunshine. All right, we're going to go into next week. The guidance, generally our best setup, it's going to be rain and not snow next week. So that's going to be the trend. Monday night, decent chances for rain. Could even catch an embedded thunderstorm. I haven't looked at all the charting next week, but it's primarily rain. I don't anticipate any severe weather or anything like that. This takes us into Tuesday afternoon, so I'm just kind of pushing into next week. Tomorrow's Saturday. But next week will be pretty close to the averages on both the high and slightly above normal on the low temperature side. So that's into the future we go. But look at this, 74. The record high is 77, set back in 1977. That was a little unusual because we had a record low on the 8th of 19. So you can get these big swings in temps. 76 on Saturday. The record high is 80, so we'll trade below that, set in 1955, which was a hot summer, but in November we warmed up, and then next week we kind of level off, upper 50s, still slightly above average. Look, if your mums and some of your plants you kept them covered have made it, you are good to go. I'll just take this full. Again, thanks for tuning in here on our stream. Mitch and Casey will be along in a moment. Laura, watching down in Dawson Springs. Hope you guys have a great weekend down in Dawson Springs, down there in Panther Country. And good morning to everybody. All right. I'll just stay on here and talk forever, but Mitch and Casey be along in a moment. Have a super weekend.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for the news portion of your stream show. It is Friday, November 14th. I'm Mitch Carter.
That's right. I'm Casey Mason. As always, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on our live streaming show. Hopefully, you're having a great start to your morning so far. Of course, Byron Douglas kicking it off with those weather highlights, everything you need to know as we head into the weekend. Different story this week. We started with snow. We're ending with unusually high temperatures. So
yes, very warm.
At this point, I don't know what to wear every day, but that's all right. We'll just go with the flow.
Yes.
A couple of stories that we want to kind of recap for you from today's newscast, starting with a really important one a lot of folks know about, the longest federal shutdown in U.S. history. Well, it's finally come to an end, you guys. This morning, the federal government is officially back in business, and of course, so are those federal employees as well. Now, this also has many people just wondering about those SNAP benefits. When are they going to return? Well, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says that they do hope to get most people their SNAP benefits by the end of the week. At the very latest here, it would be this upcoming Monday, November 17th. Rollins said that her department began working immediately once the government reopened to issue full benefits for the month of November. The department also adds that more than 42 million Americans rely on those SNAP benefits.
Yeah, and keeping things here local as well, heads up to an event happening tomorrow. It is the ice hockey benefit game to help Evansville police officer Sam Taylor. As we told you here at 14 News, Officer Taylor was shot in the line of duty back in September, and he's now in a rehab facility in Atlanta. Tomorrow's game is meant to raise money for his recovery, and it's being held at Swander Ice Arena. Those doors open up tomorrow night at 6 with the puck drop at 7 if you want to go out there and show your support.
That's right. Definitely a great event if you want to go out there, show your support, attend that. Of course, Fun Fridays. We're going to switch gears now. We release a brand new episode of What's the Trend? Your favorite podcast.
It is.
Mitch
It is my
Carter.
favorite. I'm a daily listener. I'm very on top of it, of course. The latest episode's out, like you said. And this week, yourself and Aaron Weeks, you guys are talking about a bit of a celebrity feud. Cue the viewers in. What's going on?
Yes, something kind of like that. You're in the ballpark, okay? There is a feud going on, but it's not really with who, but with what. That's because one of the Kardashians is now going after a famous AI service. Here's a little preview of what we're talking about. Well, Kim Kardashian, she's pointing the finger at ChatGPT after failing several law school exams. Poor Kim
Oh,
K.
Kimberly. Sorry, girl. I'm with you on a lot of things. I'm not with you on this one. You cannot blame this on ChatGPT.
She's been aspiring to be a lawyer for quite a while.
I mean, for like over 5 years.
It's been a
now.
minute. She opened up about her usage of the artificial intelligence tool, and she says, quote, I use it for legal advice. So when I am needing to know the answer to a question, I'll take a picture and snap it and then put it in there.
I'll say this. I read apparently the California bar is the hardest one. So
Okay.
I'll give her a little bit of slack.
We'll give her some slack. All right. If you want to, you can listen to a brand new episode each week. It's What's the Trend, any place you get your podcast. Of course, you can also watch it on the 14 News YouTube channel or website. So listen, if you want more FaceTime with your morning anchor, Casey Mason, and of course, Aaron Weeks, digital content producer, we have a blast putting that show together for you guys. We went a little hard on Kim Kardashian there. Sorry,
You
Kim.
know, I mean, well, maybe don't feud with AI. Let the record reflect in case of a robot uprising. Myself and Casey,
We're fans.
big AI fans. Thank
You're
you.
doing great. Yes.
We're right there with you.
We don't know what the future is going to bring, but we're just covering all of our bases here in case. So hopefully she passes that bar exam. She'll be the next
hopefully
Elle
so.
Woods.
And I'm sure she's worked hard. But right now it's 8:41 here on your Friday. Important update here coming soon. We're not sure if it's gonna be Monday, maybe a little bit later on this week. We're gonna rotate things a little bit here.
Oh, you're telling him.
I'm
Okay.
telling them. I'm
I
spilling the
didn't know if we were
beans.
allowed to.
I don't know
Okay.
either,
Go
honestly,
for it.
but
Go
it's
for
live.
it.
What are they gonna
Fine.
do? It's already out there. What we're gonna do now, starting I believe on Monday, maybe a little bit later, we'll let you know, is instead of having Byron start first, we'll start first, followed by Byron. So same time, 8:30 every day, I believe. We're gonna have a meeting probably about half an hour from now. We go over this to make sure I'm not wrong. But the idea being that we'll kick things off and then go to Byron so you can get your headlines first, then your weather. Small change there. Timing's the same, but just a heads up for you guys who tune in to hear from us or hear from Byron or both. Just a little switch going on, but no big
That's
deal.
right. I mean, what I'm seeing is we're his warm-up act now. That's
Yes.
what's taking. He's the main show. So that's probably the way it should have been
A
all
couple
along.
openers for the main comedian up there, Byron Douglas.
That's right. Well,
Should be
that'll
good.
do it for us today. Anything else you want to add for a
I
stream
think
show?
I'm good. Yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your
Yeah.
Friday. It's nice out there. Going to be a nice weekend. We'll see you guys back here on Monday.
That's right. Have a great weekend. See you then.